I wanted to do a very fast journey from what happens in the industry and or in the history to actually what we are adding or doing today. I'll try just to touch. I'm not coming to speak about Sapiens product, but just to touch things that we have done and where I think that the market is heading. Before speaking about the AI, I think that all of us are experts in AI. We're reading a lot of stuff and we know many things. But what we are afraid of are the things that we don't know because so many things are happening. Each one of us has blind spots. So always you need to look what's happening in order to make sure that you're not missing something. And that's to my opinion, the biggest challenge of the next few years because it's really moving fast and things are doing today, you are doing today, are irrelevant tomorrow. When ChatGPT came and OpenAI came, it was a very bad news to tons of startup companies that immediately disappeared. And that's something that's always in mind. Okay. So just as a start, we know that the market moved fast. Cloud revolution, followed by social revolution, mobile revolution, messaging, data, Gen AI. Each one of them is starting. Sometimes it's longer than we think, but when it's coming, it's very good. With just one second about it, started around before 2000 with Salesforce coming as a SaaS provider. Afterwards, IaaS provider, and I think financial for the financial market took very long in order to adopt. And when looking now on the AI, the bad news to whoever wanted or avoid adopting it is that it cannot continue anymore. You will not be able to consume AI without using cloud solution because it's too costly, it's too complex. And just to today, most of the vendors are producing for themselves a nuclear electrical center or station just for the AI. Think how it is and how much resources you need in order to use AI. So basically, few big revolution: cloud, social, mobile, messaging, data. Each one of them we need to know. Three of them that impact this industry severely: cloud, mobile, data. Mobile because it changed the entire experience. Customers format and all of us are being what will be the best experience with the customers. And I think that data that started, by the way, around the 70s, 1970s, is now coming more intense because of Gen AI. And, everything that such a revolution is coming, we're asking with ours, the bubble. And the answer is it's far from being bubble. It's going to change everything. And the worst news or the bad news, we don't know exactly where it will lead us. So we're moving and we might move a few times till we'll get to the right direction. So I will avoid it because of lack of time, but you can see here the roadmap of digital revolution. Just to say a few words, when it started, it took time to the financial market also to adapt it fully, but when the financial market and insurance are taking something seriously and there is a revolution, they adopted it. They adopted more than the other industries. And you can see here, they are one of the top adopters. I want to speak one second about the AI and Gen AI revolution. When speaking about revolutions, you always talk first, how long it took till 100 million customers is revolution. So speaking about, it took around 50 months or something like that. It's very difficult to see. Pinterest 41 months, Instagram 30 months, ChatGPT 2 months. 2 months, 100 million users. ChatGPT, it's such pro, such intense, and really to understand it and to use it. That's the most important thing that we need to understand. So this is Satya. We are having a very strong relationship with Microsoft because we think it's important because Microsoft also sees us as the leader in this market of the insurance. So you can see here Satya when he's speaking and presenting the main ISV, the main vendors that are cooperating with Microsoft. We are one of them. And the reason is that we have very long relationship with Microsoft, more than 10 years. We are Microsoft Azure is our main cloud provider, and what we are doing with them is developer to developer connection in order to understand where the market is moving and what we can do together. It enables us to come in an early stage with proposal and that the market actually. This is analysis just as an example that we did internally with the help of Microsoft, and we actually review all the life cycle of the insurance. In each point of them, we ask ourselves what AI, Gen AI features and things that we, each one like that is in the end embedded into the solution. And the thing that I believe that all of you are doing the same, I just will touch few things. The green are the short term. So, for example, during the underwriting, you need to summarize, multiple underwriting documents. When you're, by the way, outbound with the customers, inbound side. So, for example, in product design, where you generate in order to create test scenarios and to be more efficient in how we create test scenarios, and in every where in customer engagement, we're using cross-sell models, agent Q&A, sentiment analysis, and so on and so forth. We're using it all over and getting more and more intense. I want to show a few things and few use cases just to touch what decision is our the solution for decisioning when you have many rules to implement in underwriting and claims. The system business will be able to write the rules in order that you will not just define the rules, numbers, they will outcode it, then we'll change something, it will do many people between them. So we are using for our solution for that a decision, a very rich system, enable a visual way to define its rules. When they define their rules, they are coming usually with the right themselves. If in short locations, imperative to that. And then there are tribes that are starting to motivate someone that is more, technical oriented in the business is doing that. What we actually have done, we took Gen AI and we told them, get this document, sometimes even from the internet, and create the rules automatically. So instead of even the big person to now, after we write everything, all the rules to implement it, so the machine did it for him. And by the way, it's very accurate. And then it's creating the end of the day an API for the business for the IT to use and to continue with this decision. It enable them to change it all the time, to do it very fast. But think a bit again how much times and how many problems and defects are avoided by just let the machine do something amazing that we saw that they cannot be done before. So this is the decision. This very simple thing that we've done. And you can see here that what happens here is that we are using Word. What we are doing all the time is create one source of data for the organization. On top of it, we're creating a service layer that all the analysts are working on that. What we have done, we connected the co-pilot of Microsoft on top of it. And then imagine what happens if any person that wants can ask questions, data are database, and get results and get report. So each one of you in a minute, if I'll just open it for you, will be able to ask all the questions that you need a lot of people in order to answer it. In this example, the question, let's see here, solution is a manager that is coming to the system and asks, I want to see what is the target policy versus the actual. Show me that based on process or bars. You see, actual target, actual is done by 1 second of chatting, and these also can change it all the time. See, I want to see this bar, a statement, as whatever, and it's working so easily and so perfectly. It enabled the first manager that is coming just to understand the picture, and then to the instruction to the organization. It doesn't need report to be sent in emails and to be prepared for him, and so on and so forth. Another use case is a very simple use case that we integrated all over. Usually, the customer gets contract and he wants to speak with this contract. He wants to understand whether it's covered, whether it's not. Instead of, having all these cases, you just put the ChatGPT, connect it to your document and the summary of the document. Furthermore, you can start to ask questions. Am I covered from carry? If yes or no, and what is the pages is written in this contract? And it's not just an amazing experience, it's also a magic moment for you to create apps and process. If I'm not covered, then tell me what to do in order to be covered. So these are the magic moments that created by machine in a very easy way, enabling us to really start working better on this world of process and apps, which I think is the heart of this, industry. I want to give you another example of a possible conversation. Someone is calling a small business. Is calling to the call center and started a conversation with him. So you identify that you want you want to be quoted for a certain insurance. Usually you don't know nothing about this customer that is called it's the first time it's called. So you need help from the machine. So first of all, you want ChatGPT to tell you with the business. Immediately he knows, you read through the internet and he gives you a very short summary. Where's the business call with you? Now you know who is calling. Then he's telling you, you know what? He's located here in a certain area. There are 3-4 businesses that we give them the same insurance, and they're just next to him. I can tell you that he's just like the store that asked yesterday the same insurance. And then you can tell him that I then can see what is the potential customer value. Is it worthwhile for you to invest time or not? It's very valuable and you need to invest. So maybe the machine was there. And then the most important is speaking with you, but how is it likely you will finish and buy after asking you the quote? And then you have a picture of how to invest and what to do, because the 70%, if you do the right thing, you will buy it from you. And the next stage is to do a process that is still on prem. Not all the processes needs to be the same. We're using here the same decision in order to understand who is the customer and then to have a much more dedicated flow to the customer. And then what else? ChatGPT can now pass and board take the machine there. He wants to continue with us, and we're telling him, you know what? We told you, in most of the cases, they are taking additional covers, and these are the covers that companies like you are taking. Oops, companies like me are taking. I also want to take. And in the end of the call, summary, so the ChatGPT also knows to summarize this call and to tell you what are the action items that you need to do afterwards. So this is kind of experience that you may expect tomorrow. But by the way, maybe tomorrow's experience would be even better. Just everything is changing. So let's see what we saw and what we are doing. As I said, AI is lots of generation. By the way, the AI, including inside also the Gen AI and subset of the AI. Out of this AI, you need to use the smart dashboard. Don't forget them. This is what your business all the time. Models that you're doing. Today is very strong to do models for, all the sales operation or cross-sell, upsell, whatever. Inside deep learning, by the way, it's another field in machine learning. And generative AI that is smarter than all of them because it's not just investigating the past, it's creating a new content. And that's the difference with ChatGPT. So you need to create your own factory, but you need always to remember, if you will not have one source of truth, like the one that was created was discussed by Denver, you will not be able really to create this value, essential. But once you created it, now I'm speaking not about something exists, but on our vision, how we see the industry. The industry will lead in the end co-agent, co-customer, co-underwriter. When the agent is starting his work, it's so confused. There are lots of information today. We need all the time co-pilot there, co-agent, to tell him what to do. He needs to come and to ask, what are my top 5 things to do? And the co-agent will tell him, you need to call A, B, C. What I mean, customer is calling with this customer, what to send him, what to do, what to tell him. That will come also from this co-agent. So we're taking all the things that we have done, we're wrapping them under co-agent, co-customer, co-underwriter. And this will be a piece that will be part of the digital and will be also a piece that every one of you can integrate into his own digital. And that's the place that we think that the market will go. Definitely this will empower agent. We anticipate one agent in the future will be like a few agents will appreciate. So it's not just customer, it's not just mind saving, it's also efficiency, it's also customer experience, focus, sales, revenue, and so on and so forth. And that's where we think this market with that. Nevertheless, you saw that there are many obstacles. Regulation sometimes, trust mainly in the organization. People do not trust that the machine learning is good as them. Unfortunately, it is, and that's maybe connected to the presentation of Iran. And we need to trust the machine. We need to trust sometimes if we don't understand how it gets to this result, that these results are coming from data, and the data is reliable. So what our message is that is, in spite of all these obstacles, and I was, by the way, the one that handled the regulation obstacle in Israel for the cloud back then. It took me 1.5 years, but it was inevitable. And I went to the regulator to convince him that cloud is really something that needs to be used. It's not just what you see when it's going outside in the sky. And after 1.5 years, it succeeded, and he let me just use Salesforce back then. So we don't think that anyone can stop these 3 revolutions, and we're looking forward to bring revolutions also. Which one? Thank you. Didn't just before ending what Bill Gates started OpenAI said, so generative AI is the potential to change the world in a way that cannot even imagine. It was the power to create new ideas, products, and services that will make our life easier, more productive, and more creative. Potential to solve some of the biggest problems like climate change, poverty, this. So really, it's huge, and we're looking forward to bring it to you. Thank you.